Hey guys, in this video, I want to talk about our mindset when we first start trading and what we have to overcome, because everybody out there goes through this. So first off, when we first start trading, okay, and we get a win, it's typical for greed to set in. This is how our mind works. We make money, we're like, oh my gosh, that was so easy, right? And now you want to put in more money and you start thinking, oh my gosh, I can get rich, right? I can make a lot of money. And then you get burned on a trade because you don't have a stop loss in, because maybe you don't even know what that is, right? And you take a big loss. Maybe you buy it first and then it goes lower. You're like, I'm going to buy more. It's going to bounce back, and then it keeps going lower, and eventually fear has you sell out. We all go through this early on in our career with trading, again, especially day trading, short-term trading. And then we realize, yeah, I need to use a stop loss, right? We all go through that painful holding the bag experience, unfortunately. So it's the greed that unfortunately gets us, right? When we get a win, we want to keep winning. That's just how the human mind works. It's part of the greed. And then it takes a loss to realize, okay, to get put in check. And then, use the stop loss. Hopefully you learn that quickly. Some people keep taking these losses without using a stop loss for a long time before they realize it's there to save you, right? It's there as an aid, right? To make sure you don't lose too much, to make sure you don't hold the bag. Right? We all know that hold the bag feeling, it sucks. So that's why we use the stop loss, okay? And then, so fear gets us obviously on the one end, right? When stocks go down, we can't take anymore and we take a big loss when we're new traders, right? Versus deciding that's when the time to buy is, right? And obviously using RSI, right? Again, I didn't know this when I first started trading, right? So you just buy blindly and just hope it goes up. But now when you use RSI, you can get attractive entry points and give yourself way more opportunities to win when you're buying on the lower end versus the higher end, right? So RSI is your friend too. Stop losses are your friend, okay? So on the other end, like I said, greed, when we make money, then we want to make more, right? That's just how it is. We start thinking that was easy. I can do this again, right? You can keep winning. That's just how the human mind is. It goes along with greed, like I said. So that's where you need to trim and raise your stop limit higher into the profit zone. So when we do get those greedy thoughts, that no matter what, if it goes back down, we're still getting a win and we can always look to re-enter later. So remember that we have to control our mind, which it takes training, it takes time. I'm obviously here to help you, to be a coach, and that's why I tell you to use RSI, because that's going to help you get good entry points versus buying blindly, right? When stocks are maybe overbought, or you FOMO in because you get excited on a stock. We all get that feeling, but you got to hold back and always have your RSI up so you get a good entry point, and that will, like I said, set you up for more success, getting more wins. And then always use the stop loss. I've put out several videos on this, guys. If you're following me, any short-term trade, you have to have a stop loss in to protect your downside.